For Franciscan Beat, I'm Sarah Ludwikoski. A performance featuring Franciscan Schola Cantorum. A Cleveland police officer faces charges. Trump allows the release of never-seen-before files. All this and more on today's Franciscan Beat. Reverend Timothy J. Huffman, pastor of St. Peter's Catholic Church, will sing Duraflaux's Requiem accompanied by Franciscan University's Schola Cantorum Franciscana. The High Requiem Mass will take place on Friday, November 10th at 7 p.m. at St. Peter's in Steubenville. The Mass will feature Maurice Duraflaux's beloved musical setting of the Mass of the Dead alongside traditional chants of the Requiem Mass. It will be under the direction of Professor Nicholas Will, professor of music at Franciscan University. He will be joined by organist Justin Wallace. Duraflaux, an early 1900s French organist, composer, and teacher, was recognized as the greatest organist of his time because of his brilliant virtuoso performances and contributions to organ design. A police officer is facing charges for the alleged physical and sexual assault of his girlfriend, is on the run after police say he broke his GPS ankle monitor. U.S. Marshals have confirmed they are actively seeking Cleveland officer Tommy Griffin III. Griffin was arrested and charged with rape, felonious assault, and kidnapping in connection with a domestic violence attack on his 42-year-old girlfriend at their Parma home in January. Police say the man pistol-whipped his girlfriend and fired 2 shots next to her during the attack. Griffin, who is in his early 50s, was suspended without pay following his arrest. Authorities later seized more than 60 guns from his home, including 5 assault rifles and an Israeli Uzi submachine gun. An escape warrant has been issued. President Donald Trump says he doesn't plan to block the scheduled release of thousands of never publicly seen government documents related to President John F. Kennedy's assassination. Trump says in a tweet that, quote, subject to the receipt of further information, I will be allowing, as president, the long-blocked and classified JFK files to be opened, end quote. The National Archives has until next Thursday to disclose the remaining files related to Kennedy's 1963 assassination. But Trump could have blocked the release on the grounds that making the material public would harm intelligence, law enforcement, military operations, or foreign relations. The documents include more than 3,000 that have never been seen by the public and more than 30,000 that have been previously released, but with redactions. Fellow comedian Jimmy Kimmel is honoring David Letterman by recalling the monologue he gave after the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. Speaking at a ceremony at Washington's Kennedy Center, Kimmel says Letterman, quote, let us know it was okay to move on and okay to laugh again, end quote. But, jokingly, he blamed the election of President Donald Trump on Letterman's retirement in 2015. The 70-year-old Letterman is being honored with the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor after 33 years on late-night TV, hosting long-running shows on NBC and then on CBS. China is working to stifle celebrities as it seeks to dictate the values the nation's youth should embrace. It's part of the most ambitious effort in years to shape the country's booming entertainment industry. Instead of selfish, rich stars, the state is promoting performers who are all about patriotism, purity, and other values that support the ruling Communist Party's legitimacy, whether in movies about revolutionary heroes or through rap music. The results have at best been mixed and at worst ham-fisted and out of touch. According to social commentator Hung Huang, the problem is that the party's values often clash with what young Chinese want to watch. In one case, the government has demanded that broadcasters resist celebrity worship and limit the airtime dedicated to film and TV stars. In sports, Game 1 of the best-of-7 World Series between the Houston Astros and the Los Angeles Dodgers begins Tuesday at 8:09 p.m. Eastern Time. The Astros and Dodgers have played more than 700 times, more than any pair of teams to meet in the World Series. They've played so often, some fans say this feels more like an NL Championship Series than a World Series. The Astros are aiming for their first World Series championship. They've never won a series game, getting swept by the White Sox in 2005 in their only previous experience. The Dodgers are making their first World Series appearance since 1988, when Kirk Gibson, Oral Hershiser, and Tommy Lasorda helped LA beat Oakland. For weather, grab your jackets because we're looking at rain and a high of 65 today. However, we'll warm back up again with weather heading into the upper 50s tomorrow and for the rest of the week. For Franciscan Beat, I'm Sarah Ludwikoski.